All right, we are back at it with the GPD WIn Mini, and this is going to be my official review. So the last time I was with you was approximately a month ago or so ago, and I just got it and I unboxed it, and I've been using the heck out of it. And I'm telling you right now, I can't even hold it in. I am in love with this thing. This thing is fantastic, and I'm going to tell you all the reasons why. First thing I'm going to start with is the comfort of it. I've been watching a lot of videos and, reading a lot of comments. And to be quite honest with you, when people talk about the GPD WIn Mini and they have the reviews and things like that, everyone has their opinion about it. But I'm coming from a perspective of someone who really just enjoys technology in general and advances. This is like something that couldn't even dream of as a kid. I thought the same thing obviously when the Steam Deck came out, but this even took it any further. What do you mean? This thing has a keyboard with it as well? And let's talk about that keyboard. The keyboard is really, really nice. Very, very responsive to the touch. People make fun of it. Oh, like, you got to kind of peck at it in order to really type something. So what? I think that's fun. Like, I feel like a geeky nerd, like, boop, 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 boop. I got this sitting on my desk and I'm typing away, or if I'm, just making sure I'm sending an email for something like that, just to kind of get out there for work. This is an all-in-one device. This is not just a gaming handheld PC. This is like you can do your Netflix, you can do your web surfing, you can play games on, you can bring it on vacation, you can stuff it in your pocket, you can put it in your pocket of your hooded sweatshirt and walk around the house with it. It does it all. The keyboard, like I said, I'm going to go back to that quickly because it's one of the really key features of it. The one thing that I absolutely love about it, and it's a contrast to my other handhelds, and I have the Rogue Ally and also have the Steam Deck. The thing that this does better than any of them, it is responsive when you start up the machine. You can immediately punch in your Windows password. If you have Game Pass and you need to log on, or if you use GeForce Now, which I do as well, you don't need to switch it from game mode to PC mode in order for the keyboard to just start working. When you need to input that code, bam, and you can just put it in. And I'm going to tell you, it may not seem like that big of a benefit, but if someone told me right now that I had to buy another gaming handheld PC and it didn't have a keyboard to it, I'll pass. Unless it's something that's just super powerful and I couldn't resist. I will not be buying another gaming handheld PC unless it has that. Honestly, I would add $200 onto any purchase that had this keyboard. That's how clutch it is. For example, every time when I pick up another device that I love, the Rogue Ally, which many people who may watch this video already have, it's great. It's powerful. Does everything you want. But you know what? Every time I hit this button for Armory Crate, I don't know if it's just me, but it never. I mean, half the time you got to hit it 2 or 3 times, and then you fumble with it, or it's like start stuttering for a second, and then you got to figure out how you're gonna put in the your password if you got to log on to Game Pass, and then sometimes you hit this button here and you can't get the keyboard to come up. Happy to say, none of that with this, and it's worth the extra cost for it. I'm telling you right now. Does the Rogue Ally or some of those other devices maybe perform a little bit better? Absolutely. I just run my Ally now plugged in. I use this extensively for indie games. Your Celeste. Been into visual novels lately, like the Ace Attorney games. Things that I can run between 15 TDP and under. And I got 60 something games loaded on this thing. Also too, I actually got the 1.5 terabyte SD card that I put in here too. Put up a whole bunch of smaller games on it. This is my go-to device for the smaller titles, the Ori and the Blind Forest, or games like the Hollow Knights or things like that. If I want to play games that are going to run and need more power, I just really use my Rogue Ally, or I use one of my gaming PCs. I have also a 3080 in that machine on the floor behind me. Also on this computer that I'm sitting on right now, I got a 3080. Haven't upgraded to the 40,000 series yet, but I got stuff for all that. This is perfect. Let me give you another use case example too. Well, actually, before I get into a use case example, another thing that I saw that some of the people who reviewed this, I feel like it doesn't get enough credit on like the comfort of it. This thing is so comfortable. It sits in the palm of my hand. Like, what else could you? Let me turn over this way. What else can you really want? And now, mind you, I don't have the biggest hands in the world, but the device, even without the grips, fits flush in my hand, and like it's so easy and convenient to just move the thumbsticks around, or you can type on it, your thumb typing, but you really get used to that really quickly as well. This is an all-around device. Very comfortable. Very comfortable in my opinion. And I feel like it doesn't get the praise that it should in regards to that. Another aspect of comfort that I've literally heard nobody talk about is I sit back, I kick back, put this thing here, put a movie on, it's on my lap. I might have my Samsung, Galaxy S23 in one hand, doing something, looking at my Instagram, movie here. You know, I'm fiddling with the GPD WIn Mini here. I might be looking up something. I might even be playing a game with the controller in my hand and watching looking up a video on how to figure something out or something on this device. This is like an all-in-one device. This is not just the contrast is you pick up the traditional handhelds and it's like it's like you're driving a steering wheel. It's like there's no chill to it. It's like I apologize about my camera, but there's no really chill to it. You can't it's like it's like that. So I'd rather have this is so much more comfortable and it's so small and so powerful. But yeah, like you can kick back and just chill with it. Like when I pick up the GPD WIn Mini, I'll tell you right now, when I pick this up, I never know what I'm going to do with it. I don't know if I'm going to look at a YouTube video. I don't know if I'm going to play a game. I don't know, if my wife needs me to go to the store and get some milk or something like that for my son. Put this bad boy right in my pocket, and I'm out. I come back in. Another example too. Another use case that I used it for. I actually traveled last weekend, and it was a fun trip. It was really nice after packing our bags. We went with another couple. It was nice after packing my bags. I just unpacked my stuff, took the side of my backpack, put it on the coffee table. Everyone was kind of just hanging out and chilling. No one thought anything of it. No one thought gaming device. I mean, after a little while, I think someone asked me, what's that? I was like, oh no, it's just a handheld PC. You know, they obviously thought it was cool, but like I didn't even tell them that it was a gaming device. Once we put the kids to bed and kind of chatter kind of died down with them, I'm sitting back gaming, and my brother-in-law was with us. Was like, "What are you doing on that thing?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm playing the games. You can game on that too." I'm like, "Absolutely." I get up in the morning. The next morning after that, I'm looking at the news. I'm sitting at the kitchen table. It's like a laptop. That's really what it is. It's more to it than if you're going into this looking at it as a device to just game on. I feel like you should just buy something else. Because buy the Ally, buy any of them, buy a laptop, like buy a regular full size laptop, but like you get the best of both worlds. And also too, I'm looking forward to buying the G1, the eGPU for it that uses the Oculink that's on the back here. Looking forward to getting that maybe over the next couple months to see how that is, and if so, I might be trying to get rid of one of my desktop computers because, I mean, what's the point if this is going to do everything for me? Another thing I want to talk about too is the community. The community has been outstanding, specifically with the GPD Discord. Cyfrey and a lot of other people over there. There's an app for this called the Auto TDP, which kind of regulates power and also helps you get the most power using the least amount of battery. I think that's from what I understand, and there are updates that come out weekly about that, and it just gets better and better and better. This the GPD WIn Mini comes with a program called what's it called? Motion assistance. We can control the fan curves and things of that nature. I feel it to be pretty user friendly. I use it from time to time, but I usually use Cyphrase his auto TDP when running this. And this really gets to my point here. In order to get the most out of this device, you have to be involved with that community. You have to be on the GPD Discord, because if not, in my opinion, you just go buy something else. Just like before, just go buy something else if you're not really into it. If you think this is going to be something just plug and play and everything just works, and it's a Steam Deck, and this is for someone that doesn't care about the simplicity of the Steam Deck. This can be a little bit more complex, and I like that. That's how I've grown up with fiddling with PCs and things of that nature, and just trying to get the most out of my devices. And to be quite honest with you, I'm not a technical person at all. So as I go on the GPD Discord, I go there to learn. Every night I kind of sit back and see what people are commenting on, because a lot of them are apparently just a lot more smart when it comes to the technical aspects of computer hardware and software than I am. So it's fun. It's fun, but you're not buying this for a 20-year-old that's going to college or anything like that. It's more for like, I just feel like, honestly, I feel like when I have the GPD WIn Mini on my hand, I can take it I can take it to work. I was at a business the other day. I pulled it out, pulled it out and used it there to get out a couple of emails. It takes a little bit longer to do so because, this is not like a full-size keyboard, but I had some time in my hand and I got that out. So it's really a jack of all trades. Some people say, I forget the terminology for it, but like it's, good at everything, not great at anything. Yeah, I think that's the case for this. But I'm completely okay with that. That's okay with me. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for something I can do with that, because I got my desktops, I got everything. I don't think that this should be someone, if you just don't have any other handheld. Like, this is like maybe a second handheld. I would definitely get the Steam Deck OLED or the Asus ROG Ally. I don't know. No, I would get this before the Asus ROG Ally for sure. Steam Deck OLED, like I would get that first, and then you have this as your ace in the hole for work and play. Yeah, GPD WIn Mini. It's on all cylinders regarding that. Another thing that I want to mention too is the controls here. The controls here, they're nice. I will say though that the buttons are really close here. So if you're playing a game like Tekken 8 or something like that, it might be a little bit challenging because it might hit two buttons at a time, or when you need to be precise, it's really hard to do. If I move over to the left here, the trackpad is amazing. It's better than any trackpad on a laptop that I've ever used. I know Fox said something about like it being as good as an iMac or something like that. I can't test that because I've never really used an iMac, but I'm telling you, it's better than any Windows laptop that I've ever used. It's very, very precise, very accurate, gestures, all that stuff. It works well. Also, to another big point here, another strong point is this D-pad. I think the D-pad is awesome. I like to use that for a number of games. One of the weaker points, and many people have already pointed this out, are the thumbsticks. The thumbsticks, they're recessed, which is fine. They're recessed. Do I think it would be nicer to be able to get them raised up a little bit? Yeah, but how are you going to close the lid? There's only so much these folks can do. But yeah, the screen, stunning. The screen looks better than a ROG Ally. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that. I've compared them side by side multiple times. The screen here is a little bit, the contrast is better, I think, what it is. It's obviously not OLED contrast, but The blacks get a little darker. You know, you don't get that little hue that you have going on the Ally. Um, and although it doesn't have the VRR that many people covet, and I do as well. I think it's a very important aspect of it. I haven't seemed to run into any issues that I know of because it doesn't. But the screen is really amazing. It really kind of just jumps out at you. It's a great it's a great panel. It really is. And this has come from someone that I think in this house I have three OLED TVs. So I'm looking at OLED all day long. Also, too, I have a Razer laptop, 2019, a 2019 model with a 20 series Max Q or something like that in it. That's an OLED too. So I'm looking at OLEDs all the time. So I know the top quality. This is really, really up there. It's not OLED quality, but it's really, really good. I think most people would appreciate that. Trying to think if I left anything off the table, but first of all, I want to just appreciate everyone sitting here and taking a look at this video. This is on my second video. I don't know if the black bars are going to come up on the side all the time. If you got any tips, let me know. I'm using this OBS software. I guess you should be telling people or asking people to hit the like button. So give me a like if you like the video. And if I missed anything, let me know. Oh yeah, before I do go, these are okay. Up top here, they're okay. They work well. They're not the greatest, but it does the job. I would say, the triggers are fairly average on it at best. But man, you can't. Oh my god, you can't. This form factor is amazing, and I love the clamshell. And I just appreciate you guys, and thank you for joining me. And have a good evening. And yeah, stay tuned to the next video. Talk to you soon. Bye bye.